Huh, if my Diplo rep wasn't down the toilet, you would actually help me in that. That's interesting. That would turn you on the Danes. It's not great though. Not a great trade for me at all. Alright, Tarak is back in our hands. Let's just casually dissuade people from entering my country, maybe. Ah, jeez, what are they doing? That's right. Get away. Get away! If you're gonna claim anybody's land or siege anybody's land, siege my subject. Georgia could like me more? No, I think it's time for some points there. Making me want to just go and cane you there, but I don't want to take any more hits than I've already taken. And I don't have Tech 15, which would make this a cakewalk. Multan are at 40 now. Where are they getting it all from? People really want to invade that rich Russian land. I mean, we're not without riches. We have a couple of gold mines, which I pray don't deplete anytime soon. Do I just have to go in and attack you? I don't... Oh, wait, no, this is good timing, because my good friend Timmy is here. He'll be there on the 15th. I will join after, so that I still look like I'm helping. There we go. 15th, 16th, and then I'll just come right back. Oh god, Hormoz are on their way over there. Now I could separate peace out, but Timmy would lose trust and I wouldn't gain the favors. I also have free diplomats. Is there anything worth doing on that front? Maybe make the Ottomans hate me a little less? As if. I wonder if Ming deep down just want a friend. A friend so close that they wouldn't crush me as I attack the Oirats. Couldn't hurt. Let's try our hand with that. Muirhead is saying there's an exploit you could use to drag Commonwealth into the war against Denmark. Are you talking about declaring multi-wars and calling in? Because I'm not keen on doing that. When I use exploits, I'd rather they were fresh ones that I cook up. It's been a long time since I've done those kinds of exploity runs. Montenegro gaming a claim on Hungary. Oh, I don't care if Hungary hate me. We'll take it. Although I should have grabbed my other claim first. Is there any downsides to still being friendly towards the Ottomans, Jake? And does the AI consider relations? It means I'm not likely to be dragged into war against them because of attitude towards enemies. The AI will weigh that up, but they might have other factors that outweigh that. Still, I see it as a net benefit of being friendly towards the Ottomans right now. What else to convert? It'd be nice not to have to worry about any of these guys anymore, so let's continue the conversions down here. Finally, the king is dead. Long live the king. He's a bit old though. 314 is not the best. Don't like having low stability at all. And I certainly don't like not having a queen and not having an heir. So, Commonwealthy, let's make royal babies. That's a queen, alright. Not a great queen, but a von Habsburg queen. Oh, joy of joys. Wait, what happened to me backing my... What happened to me backing my elective monarchy candidate? I'm not seeing them on the list there anymore. Ah, don't tell me I dropped it. Must have dropped it without realizing ages ago. Inbreeding prevailed. Yeah, maybe I should marry Wallachia as well. It's a safer bet. And it'll still increase the likelihood of getting an heir. Okay, the Ottomans have printing press, which is causing me profound disgust. Wallachia are on one hell of an excursion. Okay, Timmy, I think you've won the war. You can call it quits now. There we go. Support air. Oh man, I lost everything. When did I pull that out? What's Jake's plan when he gets PU'd by Austria? Let's not think about that right now. Oh, the Swedes want a marriage too. Whoever's younger should do it. You're 46. I'm older. I'm younger rather, so we do it on my terms. Oh, Simbursk and Rostov. Rostov is handled by you. I don't know where Simbursk is. Yeah, sure, why not? At least they're only peasant rebels, so it's no big deal. Vienna belongs to the Ottomans. I don't think so. I do not think so. Alright, there's Yarkand down at least. And hey, I got 33 ducats out of it. Not too shabby, but that's... I'm sure keeping my armies fully paid for during the time cost me more than that. Same with the forts. Blooming peasantry. Alright, great. That's you dealt with as well. Unfortunately, these are already occupado by Transoxiana. Uzbeks still want to be in the war. Not anymore. Not with that capital down. Please just white peace Uzbek so I get a 5-year truce to them. That would be wonderful. Almost as wonderful as getting all these done, and then I could do a metropolitan if I accepted Dagestani culture. I will not accept Dagestani culture. Ah, damn, that Inquisitor helped me through a lot of these. I'm going to pay over the odds for this other one. Level 2 is good, and the extra everything is good. Ah, damn, they didn't separate peace Uzbek. I gain a lot of favors, of course. That sounds like a long truce to me. 90s. Ah, fresh 15. That actually worked against me considerably. I mean, it's not all that bad. Timurids quite like me now. I'm going to buff up that trust quite a bit. 10 more trust and they won't be able to rival me. At 80 plus trust, people will not rival you. Well, allies won't rival you. I don't know about if they break that. Muscovites, you're on the chopping block in 85. There's not a lot of land that you have that I want. I mean, I want your Orthodox stuff, but at this point, it might not be a good idea to leave you around like that. Maybe I should take all of this from you. Ah, but it's Uralic. Well, nobody's perfect. Does 100 trust do anything special? Well, they'll almost always join your wars. Otherwise, 100 trust is pretty great to get to, no matter anything else. Have you chill out in Saratov for a bit, and you guys should. I don't even know, the supply here isn't good enough for a lot of maneuvers. '79 trust, 200 relations alliance. Timmy suddenly decides he really wants some 3-dev garbage Nagai province and rivals you. Could happen. Could very much happen. But I want to keep those favors in case I want to drag them into a war. There's the likes of Karakayunlu that have this area that I'd rather like, but again, it's a lot of conversions and stuff I'd have to do. The Danish disgust me with their conversions here, though. They converted it to Catholic, only themselves to convert to Protestant. The Danes never fail to disgust me. And of course they won't listen to my threats. I'm actually pretty low on targets here, which is very, very disheartening. Ooh, I like innovativeness, but that's a hefty amount of friendship to drop for it, and that's pretty sweet. We would not risk the anger of the Commonwealth. Nah, let's risk the anger of the Commonwealth. That goes away in 20 years or so. Just make sure that our own relations are topped out there. And make sure I have a claim on every bordering province with the Hungarians. Anything you can do to bump that PP? Probably. Let me think. Hungary are probably not embargoed. No, they are. And Venice are embargoed as well. Who's my other rival? Bohemia. Can I interest you in an embargo? Times of need. I always need administrative help. Wallachia, help us out here. When's the war with Hungary? War with Hungary is a complex affair. I always want it, but that doesn't mean it's always so easy to get. Alright, screw supporting there. It's going to take forever and ties up diplomats. It's not working out for us. Provence, Brandenburg, and Oldenburg. And I could get Commonwealth involved. Now, here's another way of looking at it. I could exhaust the Commonwealth in the war so much that they won't save Denmark. That would break them up, and I could call Sweden in against Denmark, and then it's just Bremen, Gelre, myself, and the Danes. Tempting. Extremely tempting. But that would mean sitting back and hoping that Commonwealth do all the work. But it probably wouldn't exhaust them enough. Still, a war with Hungary is a pretty good thing to open up. The land isn't bad, and I'd certainly want it for myself. I'd have to promise the Commonwealth land, but they only want one province. I wouldn't mind giving them one province if it means that I can take everything else. This would anger a lot of people, no doubt. I think I should do it, honestly. They'll be happy enough to get to Maramos. And I don't even have to take it all for myself. I could give some of it to Wallachia. But only if long term it's going to go to Wallachia. By Wallachia I of course mean Romania. And I'll keep Wallachia around for the long term. Let me consult my map for a moment. It's a big map. Helps me remember just how big Romania is in real life. It's pretty much that area minus Mara... what's its right? Maybe not, let's check. I think it's these two provinces and these three provinces for Romania, off of Hungary. Double check my my old maps here. Yeah, those 5 provinces from Hungary could go to Wallachia quite happily. Wallachia is Orthodox, and they're probably not very good at converting. Oh, they got religious ideas. Still, subjects and conversions don't go easily. And then I could take this land for myself, which is nice and fertile. EU4 Romania provinces are disgusting, says Kamiki123. What are you, a Moldavian? How many allies could you call in against the Turk? Probably just PLC. Hormoz Najam wouldn't help them out, but I'm not open to a fight against... Ooh, well, we could have Commonwealth hit him with military tech 15 whilst I'm busy not hitting him with Miltech 15, but I'm really not too keen on fighting 211,000 Ottomans with or without tech advantage, especially when Commonwealthy have half of that, and Commonwealth have this habit of not doing so well against the Ottomans. I think we're taking land based on areas. For me, sure, but for my subjects... Plus, I'm still not at the point of being that fussy about land that I take. If I can strip some decent Hungarian land away, all the better for me, especially if it's like of Smoggy, which will turn into coal. I mean, that's a ways away, sure, but... These two areas would be really nice to have, and I'm not sure I care so much about Slavonia right now. But yeah, these two areas would be nice. You know what the hell, let's just do it. Commonwealth can do all the heavy lifting for me. Provence is a joke. Brandenburg has become a joke again. And who was the other guy? Oldenburg. Yeah. Alright, Commonwealth, show us what you're made of. Sure, you can have whatever you want, just double checking that they only want that one province. I, of course, want everything else. Alright, sweet. Now, I have no forts around here, so if he occupies me, then that's just bleh to me. But don't Hungary lack forts? Not entirely. They have one there, but that's not enough to defend their everything. Alright, well, we're in need of war, and Hungary... Muscovy is a wee ways away, so let's make it happen. I want... God, he's even built them up, has he? No, it just looks like that because they're well developed. He's barely built anything. Pest and Torda are nice. And a fort, a mountainous fort for my march. That's also good. In fact, this is pretty swell. I'll make this the thing for Torrental or whatever it's called. Good. Nice to finally declare war on this guy. Austria breaks up with Hungary, no big deal, and yeah, PLC can take care of all that for me. But I'm not heartless, not entirely heartless at least. I will send an army in to... Do I have access through Ottomans? I don't. I'll send an army in, mostly just to keep my own country safe. A helping hand! Why, thank you. 25 admin from Wallachia. Cheers. I don't think it actually costs them that. And I probably shouldn't... Oh no, Divine Supremacy is too good to pass up. Look at that. +3 missionary strength. And just like that, the time it takes for all this is going way down, hopefully. Maybe. And that directly translates to money in my pocket, which is my favourite kind of money. Let's turn our forts on just in case some people get some rad ideas. Catching the rare live stream, says Hotspot. What's rare about it? I have a very regular schedule and I stream 5 days a week. Well, nonetheless, they're subbing in with that message, so it must be important to them. I'm not sure if those peasants are ever going to go away for Muscovy. I should probably take this all away from them, then they can focus entirely on taking care of that. But if they ever take exploration ideas or expansion ideas, I would really like them to colonize this for me. That's tough. Maybe I could just leave them be. I'm not doing anyone any harm right now. Catching it is rare, says Sid. Marvin's scolding me, says I stream way too much and there's no time to catch them all. Some people can't be pleased. Now again, this is a freebie if I want to attack Denmark, but it involves fighting Denmark. And the moment this war is over, then Commonwealth would join on Denmark's side. So I would only be smart in doing this if I thought I could solo the Danes. And again, how big is that Danish army? It's 79,000, and they could have Miltech 15 any moment. If I actually had Miltech 15, that would be an easy one for me, but I don't. I very don't have it. Sure, I'm looking forward to this institution spreading throughout my country a whole lot faster than it is right now. Yeah, we'll just leave it be. I want to not spend all of my money on that. Hey, I didn't even need to come here. This is pretty sweet. In that case, I shall spread out and carpet these poor Hungarian buggers. I thought he would come stomping right into Montenegro. Watching all of Jake's streams nowadays is practically outside my means, says Scipio. The man streams over 20 hours of content a week, sometimes twice that. It's a luxury for those of us who were used to getting an hour per month. Yikes. Just doing what I do. Feels pretty good for me, though. I mean, There was a time when I could scarcely afford much streams each month because, you know, working gets in the way of that. But now, oh man, it feels good. Just like crushing Hungarians. Well, this does feel pretty great. Oh, let's not forget that province still needs to be taken now. But you're the one with a better siege, so let's do it like so. All this land should hopefully already have, yeah, printing press within it. Good. PLC's getting snug with me on these sieges. That's cute. It's all so cute. But the war is ours. Unless, you know, the Hungarians slip away into the night and start breaking up and sieging my country like that. Do wish they, you know, wouldn't do that. Alright, Tacky is done. There, now everything looks so much easier to convert. Even if it's expensive, it's fast. Or at least faster. Doesn't mean I'm going to do the likes of Saratov with that. Why is Saratov so expensive? Because you're just an area, not a state. Or rather, you're a territory. Well, someday it'll be cheaper. When I finish off my religious ideas, a lot of these things will be far cheaper. There we go. You're super fast to do. Okay, they're a bit big to subjugate, and even if I did subjugate it, it would be hell expensive, but could have been the foundations of the DDR here. I'll think I'll client state DDR though, it's just so much simpler that way. Well, this is just going gloriously, unless you count this. And I might count that. I really need to puff my chest out and keep Kazakh off my back. Well, I'm glad I had him join in these fights though, because there we go, look at that 5 siege general, or rather 5 shock general, slaughtering Hungarians like overlord, like subject. And finally getting these conversions done is just, oh, it's so good. I held on to this garbage land for so long, and it's finally going to work for me. And I can get this converted before that nasty Centre of Reformation does it in too. Oh, hello Provence. Could I interest you in some getting slapped by Commonwealth? I can't, okay. That son of a gun. Nobody slaps my subject in the face but me. Good God, Kazakh. Oh no, that's Wallachia. Good God, Wallachia. I love my little family. Time to turn Hungary into a satellite state, Jake? No, I think we're going to annex Hungary and maybe spit them out later on. I can't afford lots of subjects right now. That was just embarrassing. Everyone look away. Well, everybody French, look away. Well, shout out to the chat. Do we have any French people watching right now? If so, it's okay to be ashamed. Conversely, if we have any Romanians, now's your time to shine. There we go. Wallachia needs richly rewarded for this, so I will be giving them a decent chunk of Hungarian land. Royal heretics. Our despot not home has announced his marriage to some Polish lady. But it just so happens she's a Catholic. I don't really want to have heretic royalty, but I don't think the Commonwealth would really like it if I got rid of her. That's 10 years of 2 unrest. That's nasty stuff. Should have married Wallachia first. Come on, Kazakh, show us that you are Romanian in soul. Okay, well, you softened them up. Damn, those diplomats are all French. Reminds me of that time I had 8 of them doing nothing. You know what? Let's try our hand at not being the Ottomans' most hated person in the world. And I'm thinking about Muscovy here. I haven't really laid claim to his land at all. I'll get that spy network going on you. The Commonwealthy loves me. More Danish claims would be nice if I ever find the opportunity to fight them. And there we go. They're put to work. Oi, oi. I know Zeta's not my capital anymore. Doesn't mean you can just waltz on in there, Hungary. Well, he thinks differently. And you certainly can't have Kosovo. I wonder if the PLC wouldn't mind having a subject around here. Wouldn't be able to give it up, but there you go. Right, so here's a problem. Kazakh are mad. I have a lot of prestige, so I could prestige dump them. It is expensive, though. And I want that prestige because it lowers aggressive expansion impact. So we'll allow Kazakh to be angry for a little bit. I probably have a truce with them. I don't have a truce with them, so they could actually get support for independence. Alright. I will dump a little bit into you. And this belongs to Wallachia. In fact, before I forget, all of this belongs to Wallachia. I'll need to think how many people I'm going to cheese off with this, by the way. I'm going to guess it's a few. I have to remember that this also belongs to Commonwealthy. Alright, nobody seems too unimpressed. The Hungarians aren't very happy, but when are they ever? And I want that bit of land for myself. And finally, I'll be able to walk over here with impunity. Alright, that should be okay. It's well worth the everything. The money is probably not worth taking because most of it will go to PLC, but this is a pretty happy setup for us. I don't get Pest though, and Pest is what he's built up. Well, I can always come back for Pest. This will give me the ability to claim much of the rest of his land. Sid is saying Jake just plays so damn slow and his voice is so... and he uses a word I don't know. It's just how I do it. I don't want to stress myself out here. I don't play games to stress out often. Sometimes I do, but not often. Yeah, good to finally feed Wallachia. I mean, they've been so good to me for so long. Why would I not? Why in the world would I not? By the way, would you mind getting out of here? The Papal State have Provence completely sieged up. And yet it's not enough. Oh, because it's not completely sieged up. You'd think occupied and besieged would be playing a part there, but... Harumph. Brandenburg and Oldenburg both want out of here, though. Brandenburg. I want your money. I want all your money. And I don't want you being friendly with... Actually, your friendship with Hungary is no problem. What else can I do to you, though? Well, let's at least try to milk some prestige out of you. Oh, and that's where they draw the line, do they? I mean, you're just about 100%ed. I can wait. I don't even know where these jokers are going. Let's get ourselves over to Bessarabia, though. Won't Wallachia get a bit too big? Oh, jeez. Admin and dip tech costs. It's only 5 years, though. At least it's not idea costs. Speaking of, can't get enough of that Navy tradition. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. I'm going to need to catch up in tech, otherwise I'm going to be losing innovativeness quite heavily. 3 every 10 years. And it's hard enough to get it back.